Hello po muli sa inyong lahat at kamusta po kayo? Welcome po sa Wednesday edition ng The Stock Market Today. Ngayon po ay June 23, 2021. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, Benji Chadoro. Ako po ay isang retired bank officer who started to invest in the Philippine stock market in 2007 and I do this report daily na nagsimula po ako August of last year. I also report the latest news on your favorite and most active stocks. And if you like the content, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And if you have stocks in mind that you want reviewed, please comment on the comment box and I will prioritize. Ang news po natin ay tungkol sa joint venture between Jollibee at Yoshinoya at ang resulta ng trading sa ating Philippine Stock Exchange ngayong araw, June 23, 2021, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. From the business world, Jollibee Yoshinoya joint venture firm set up. Jollibee Foods Corporation, or JFC, on Tuesday said it received the formal incorporation of its 50-50 joint venture with Yoshinoya International Philippines, or YIPI, from the Securities and Exchange Commission. The parties completed the incorporation of the joint venture company, Yoshinoya Jollibee Foods, Inc., on June 18, 2021. The company received the official certificate of incorporation from the SEC on June 21, JFC said in a disclosure to the exchange. The joint venture company will have an initial authorized capital stock equivalent to 130 million. It will also have its own management, which will be supported by JFC. The Philippine Board of Investments also gave YIPI the approval as a foreign retailer. YIPI is the Philippine subsidiary of Asia Yoshinoya International, SMPH, and Yoshinoya Holdings Company Limited, which owns the trademark of the Yoshinoya system. The venture aims to expand the Yoshinoya brand in the country, with a long-term plan of opening 50 stores. Yoshinoya is the first Japanese food chain of JFC. The company said that it will be a strong addition to the foreign franchise brand currently being operated by JFC in the Philippines. On Tuesday, shares of JFC at the stock market went up 2.08% or 420 to close at 206.40 each. Okay, so that's our news on Jollibee, but may I share first with you the commentary on BDO Nomura. Kasi si BDO Nomura, meron siyang interesting commentary here. Ang sabi niya, the addition of Yoshinoya to JFC's brand portfolio supports the diversification and growth of JFC revenue streams. However, we remain cautious of the near-term challenges as JFC's Philippine business continues to cope with weak consumer sentiment due to protracted quarantine measures and lingering pandemic fears of eating out. We have a neutral rating on JFC with a target price of 172. So below or overvalued tong Jollibee compared to the 200 pesos that we have now. Alam nyo, I tried Yoshinoya here, ano? Maliit lang yung store niya dyan sa along Valero Street. Yung Valero parking. Pero hindi ko masyadong type yung Yoshinoya. When I first encountered Yoshinoya in Hong Kong, kasi hit yung Yoshinoya doon and almost every corner merong Yoshinoya. In fact, in the bank where I work, yung Philippine Bank, on that same street, yung Conot Road, I think, ang katabing restaurant nun is Yoshinoya and maraming tao siya. Pagka lunchtime, breakfast, lunch, ang daming tao. Pati dinner, ang daming tao. Minsan doon ako nagte-take out. And then, malapit lang doon, may JFC din naman kasi sa Hong Kong. Malapit rin doon sa workplace ko. And in fact, dun lang sa isang alley, you turn that alley to that alley, and then there's JFC already. Yun nga lang, the prices of Yoshinoya to and JFC, kung i-compare mo dito sa Philippines, or i-convert mo to Philippine pesos, medyo mahal compared to the Philippine prices, ano. And that's understandable kasi mas mataas ang presyo sa Hong Kong dahil mas mataas yung mga salaries doon, ano. Anyway, nabanggit ko lang dahil hit ang Yoshinoya at Jollibee dun sa Hong Kong. Pero between the Jollibee of Hong Kong and the Jollibee here, I would prefer the Jollibee here dahil feeling ko lang mas masarap ang Jollibee dito. Yun lang. Let's now go to what happened to the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. Okay. The PSEI gained 48 points, that's 0.70%, to end at 6918.41. And just to continue our discussion on the Elliott wave, actually, pataas na wave po ito, no? Yan po yung, I think, letter, yan yung A, no? Kasi meron tayong first wave, second, third, fourth, fifth, and merong pababang ganon. Yan yung A, tapos merong small wave, tapos may pababa pa. No, so after this, if we were to believe the Elliott wave, ay tataas po yan ng konti, tapos bababa. And the PSEI gained today. Kung titignan po natin yung RSI, it is bullish at 64. Tingnan po natin yung market summary. 116 companies advanced, 94 declined, while 52 remained unchanged. The all-share index also showed gains of 0.49%, while all the sectoral indices are in the green, and this was led by properties at 1.8%. And as for the market status, we will be reviewing the top 10 stocks. So we will be reviewing BDO, ICT, TEL, Ali, Ever, MONDE, SMPH, SM, SFI, ASEN, and idagdag na po natin si BHI. So instead of SM, siguro we'll review GMA7. Yan po, yung ating top 10 na i-review today. Okay, so let's start with the first stock, BDO. Okay, BDO ended at 114 and 10 centavos or 30 centavos down. Pero bullish pa rin po siya. So it is just consolidating at this level, and yung last analysis po natin, yung next resistance level ni BDO, let's use the 1 week. Okay, let's use the 1 week chart. May nakikita po ako ditong resistance at 126 to 127 po yung next resistance level ni BDO. Or 127 to 128 po yung next resistance level niya based on a 1 week chart. But the BDO is bullish right now as our indicators are under the candlestick with the RSI at 61. And after BDO, ICT. Yan. So dire-diretso pa rin si ICT pataas, and as I have mentioned earlier, though the fundamentals would say that it's just its price is 150, ay na-exceed niya po yung expectations, ano? Yung parallel channel niya, yung support follows the MA20. Yan po. Yun po yung support level ni ICT, which is at 151. And it is bullish, overbought na po siya, but if we will take a look at yung DMI niya, I would suppose this is over 30. Yan. Nasa 49, meaning ang direction niya is pataas. Then after ICT, si TEL. Okay, TEL, alam mo si TEL nagko-consolidate lang to. Undervalued yung stock kasi yung totoong presyo niya based on fundamentals is 106 or 1,604, no? Pero napaka-bearish siya. Now, if you have extra cash and you wanted it invested, I suggest you invest in TEL. Kasi malaki po yung upside niya, mga 25 to 30% po to reach 1,604. Anyway, it's moving sideways with support here at 12,060 to 12,070. Guys, when I talk of support and resistance, these are not exact points, but these are areas. Yung resistance niya nandito po sa within this area 1,320 to 1,330. Then after TEL, Ali. Okay, Ali recovered. It gained 1 peso and 5 centavos or 2.85% up, and it is bullish. Yung RSI niya is at 62, and yung kanyang resistance area na po siya, but the next resistance after that would be already here at 2980 to 2990. Yun po yung resistance level ni Ali. And stock is bullish as the RSI is at 62. After Ali, Ever. Okay, Ever had a recovery today. It gained 5 centavos. But it looks like it is just moving sideways. Pero bullish pa po yung stock as the RSI is at 62 and the candlesticks are still above our indicators. So after Ever, MONDE. Yan. So si MONDE is, like I said, it's forming a support here. Pero this is very thin, ano? Konti lang po yung ating candlestick dyan. I think dalawa o tatlo. Sa 1420 to 1430 po yung support. Resistance is forming here at 1470 to 1480 po yung resistance level. Then after MONDE, SMPH. Okay, SMPH had a recovery. It's sideways to bullish in reality. And if you will draw a Darvas box, dyan lang po siya naglalaro within this area with an upper level of, sabihin na nating short term lang po ito, no? Ang upper level niya is at 3810 and lower level niya is 3570. However, the RSI is still bullish at 55. Then after SMPH, SFI. Bullish po yung most of the stocks natin. Uy, SFI had a breakout here, but here nagkaroon siya ng red candlestick. Although green ang tapos niya dito, red candlestick po siya dito. And it ended with this closing price higher than the opening price or the closing price of the previous, kaya po siya green. But the opening price is higher than the closing price today, kaya red po ito. Anyway, SMI is already on a resistance level. SFI rather. Resistance level with the RSI at 75, which is already overbought. So, ang maaaring mangyari po dyan, mga kaibigan, kapatid at kapuso, ay mag-consolidate po siya muna dito before moving higher. Kung meron po siyang, kung positive pa po yung momentum at meron po siyang positive sentiment. Now, after SFI, BHI. Okay, BHI had a recovery with above average volume, but I wouldn't say this is a breakout since hindi pa siya, within 5 days lang po ito. Short-term resistance po nandito po sa 14 pesos or 14 centavos, while the nearest resistance would be here at 11.20 to 11.30 centavos. Then GMA7. Si GMA7, dahan-dahan pa siya tumataas. Now, it had a 26 centavo gain today at ending at 14.06, pero bullish po yung stock. And for a while, since June 4, overbought na po yung stock. But let's check the DMI. The DMI po is at 54, meaning the direction is upwards. So merong upward momentum po itong si GMA7. And I believe that this is already a 52-week high of 1438. I think the driver for GMA7 actually is that it is the main network na walan po siya ng competition. ABS-CBN is right now doesn't have a franchise. It's just broadcasting via internet. But GMA7, which give GMA7 the, well, shall I say, almost the monopoly of the airwaves. Kasi elections are coming up and madodominate ni GMA7 yung election revenues, ano? Yung ibang radio stations probably would have a share, pero malakas po si GMA7. My only comment is that si GMA kailangan i-improve niya yung kanyang definition, no? Yung kanyang definition. Standard definition pa rin siya. Mag-improve po siya sa HD kasi ang laki po ng diferensya. Kung meron po kayong Sky Cable at mapapanood niyo po yung ABS-CBN sa Sky Cable, napakaganda ng ABS-CBN. Too bad wala lang sila sa free TV, no? Pero napakaganda po ng ABS-CBN. Comparable po to radio stations abroad. Noong nasa Europe po kami, almost, well, we had punta ka sa France o kaya sa Netherlands. Ang ganda ng TV nila doon, napakalinaw. Ganun po yung GMA, yung ABS-CBN. And I think they have to improve it. Yan po ang ating report sa stock market ngayong araw. June 23, 2021, ito po si Benji Chidoro, nagpapaalala. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik. By the way, maraming po salamat sa inyo at na-reach ko na po yung 300 subscribers. Ang aim ko po sana, pinapanalangin ko po sana na mag-reach po ako ng 500 by the time I reach my 1-year mark this August. Yun po. So, kung meron po kayong mga kaibigan, baka pwede nyo pong i-refer yung aking channel para madagdagan po yung subscribers po natin. At maraming po salamat sa mga nag-view ngayon. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, si Benji Chodoro. God bless and bye for now.